right, lovely people, let's talk about something really, really important. Food! We all love it, right? Whether you're running a bustling little cafe, a cool street food van, or a proper local bakery, you're in the business of making people happy with delicious grub. But here's the thing. With great food comes great responsibility. We're not just talking about making it taste amazing. We're talking about making it safe, super safe, for everyone who takes a bite. You wouldn't serve your own family something dodgy, would you? Of course not. And your customers, they're like an extended family, trusting you to give them the good stuff, the safe stuff. Food safety isn't just some boring rule book we've got to follow. It's about care, it's about respect for the ingredients, and most importantly, respect for the people eating your food. Imagine the pride when you know every plate you send out is not only tasty, but also prepared with the highest standards of hygiene. Let's make sure the only thing spreading is good vibes and happy tummies, not nasty germs. This is your passion, so let's protect it with everything we've got. Now, you might have heard this acronym floating about HACCP. Sounds a bit like a hiccup, doesn't it? But I promise you it's nothing to sneeze at. HACCP stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points. It's basically a super smart system that helps you look at your whole food preparation process, from ingredients arriving at your door to the moment you hand that lovely plate of food to your customer and spot any potential dangers, the hazards, before they cause any trouble. It's like being a food detective in your own kitchen. HACCP is the same idea, but for your food. It's a proactive system, meaning it's all about preventing problems before they happen, rather than just reacting when something goes wrong and it's too late. It was actually first developed for astronauts. NASA wanted to make sure the food they sent into space was 100% safe. This isn't just for the big boys, the massive factories with hundreds of staff. HACCP is for everyone, especially you amazing small and medium-sized businesses. So, you're running a small or medium food business, you're juggling a million things, suppliers, staff, menus, marketing, the lot. You might be thinking, another system, do I really have the time for this HACCP malarkey? And I get it, I really do. Time is precious. But trust me on this one, getting HACCP sorted isn't just another chore. It's one of the best investments you can make for your little kitchen empire. The biggest, most obvious perk, preventing foodborne illnesses. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to be responsible for making their customers sick. Beyond the immediate horror of making someone ill, think about the damage to your business. One outbreak, even a small one, can lead to your business being temporarily closed down by environmental health officers. HACCP helps you avoid all that drama, keeping your doors open and the tills ringing. It's about protecting your livelihood. Right, let's talk about something super important, trust. In the food game, trust is everything. Your customers trust you to provide them with food that's not only delicious, but also safe to eat. When you visibly care about food safety, and when you have systems like HACCP in place, you're building a massive mountain of that precious trust. People aren't daft, they notice things. They see a clean kitchen, staff who follow good hygiene practices, and they hear about businesses that take safety seriously. This makes them feel secure and confident choosing you over someone else. Think about your food hygiene rating, that little sticker on the door. Customers look for those. A good rating, which comes from having solid food safety practices like HACCP, is like a gold star. In today's world, with online reviews and social media, news about your hygiene standards, good or bad, can spread like wildfire. Building this trust isn't just about attracting new customers, it's about keeping the ones you've got coming back for more. Section 5, getting started. HACCP doesn't bite, I promise. Okay, so we know HACCP is important and we know it's a good thing for your business. But you might be thinking, this sounds complicated. Jimmy, where do I even start? Don't you worry your little cotton socks off. Getting started with HACCP, especially for a small or medium business, doesn't have to be like climbing Mount Everest in your flip-flops. It's all about taking it step by step, keeping it simple and relevant to what you actually do in your kitchen. The first thing is to get your head around the basic principles. There are 7 of them, but we'll break it down even simpler to begin with. First off, you need to be committed. You as the boss, the owner, the head chef, whatever your title, you need to believe in this and lead by example. If you're enthusiastic about food safety, your team will be too. Then get your team involved. The people who are actually cooking, prepping, and serving the food know the daily ins and outs better than anyone. They'll have brilliant ideas about where things could go wrong and how to fix them. Section 6. Finding your food nasties, the hazard hunt. Right then, you've got your basic hygiene sorted and you've mapped out your food's journey through your kitchen. Now, for the detective work I mentioned earlier, the hazard hunt, this is step 1 of the formal HACCP principles. Conduct a hazard analysis. All this means is looking at each step in your food process and thinking, what could go wrong here that might make the food unsafe to eat? We're looking for biological hazards like bacteria and viruses, chemical hazards such as cleaning products getting into food or allergens, and physical hazards like bits of glass, metal, or plastic. Sounds a bit grim, but it's better to find them on paper than in someone's dinner. Let's take an example. Say you make lovely chicken sandwiches. At the receiving ingredients stage, a hazard could be that the raw chicken arrives at the wrong temperature, allowing nasty bacteria to grow. Or maybe your bread supplier isn't very careful, and there's a risk of physical contamination. Then during storage, if your fridge isn't cold enough, that's another hazard. During preparation, if you use the same chopping board for raw chicken and then salad without washing it properly, ding, ding, ding. That's a massive cross-contamination hazard. You need to go through every single step for every type of food you make. Section 7. Keeping tabs your critical control points. All right, you've hunted down your potential food nasties. Well done, you. Now we need to figure out which of these hazards are the really crucial ones. The ones where, if we don't control them, things could go seriously wrong. These are your critical control points, or CCPs. This is the second HACCP principle. Determine the critical control points. A CCP is a step in your food process where you can apply a control to prevent or eliminate a food safety hazard or reduce it to an acceptable level. It's a point where you absolutely must get it right. Not all hazards will have CCPs, only the most critical ones. Let's go back to our chicken sandwich. We identified that cooking the chicken properly is vital to kill harmful bacteria like salmonella. So the cooking step for the chicken is definitely a CCP. If you don't cook it to the right temperature for the right amount of time, you could make someone very ill. Section 8, paperwork power. It's not as scary as it sounds. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking when you hear paperwork or record keeping. You're picturing mountains of forms and endless box ticking, right? But hold your horses. When it comes to HACCP for small businesses, the record keeping part, which is HACCP Principle 7, establish record keeping and documentation procedures, doesn't have to be a nightmare. It's actually your best mate, your proof that you're doing all the brilliant things you said you would to keep food safe. It's about keeping it simple, relevant, and useful for you. It's your evidence. So what sort of records do you need to keep? Well, for each CCP, you'll need to log your monitoring checks. For example, a temperature log for your fridges and freezers, showing the date, time, temperature, and who checked it. If you're cooking chicken, you might have a log where you record the temperature of the cooked chicken. If something does go wrong, which leads us to HACCP Principle 5, establish corrective actions. What you do when a critical limit isn't met, you need to record what happened, why it happened, and what you did to fix it, and to stop it happening again. This is super important. Section 9, the long game, safe food, strong business, happy days. So there you have it, folks. A bit of a whirlwind tour of food safety and HACCP. It might seem like a fair bit to take in at first, especially when you're already spinning so many plates running your food business. But I hope you can see that it's not about adding unnecessary burdens. It's about being smart, being proactive, and building a really solid foundation for your passion. Implementing a good food safety system like HACCP is an investment in the long-term health and success of your business. It's about playing the long game, ensuring you're around for years to come, serving up amazing safe food. Think about the peace of mind you'll have. Knowing you've got robust systems in place to protect your customers from harm is invaluable. It means you can focus more on the creative side of your business, developing new recipes, delighting your customers, and growing your dream. Without that nagging worry in the back of your mind about potential food safety disasters, your staff will be more confident and professional too, knowing exactly what's expected of them and why it's so important. We are happy to help with any queries you may have. Please like and subscribe to support our channel. With your help, we would like to continue to create videos that you can enjoy and use to help you understand the food industry. Follow us on our Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook to learn more about the food industry. Email us at foodforwardconsultancy@gmail.com if you would like to use our services. Thank you again and have a pleasant day.